Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy WattsTV. I hope everybody's having a great holiday. Hope everybody has been relaxing, been spending a lot of time with your loved ones and just enjoying the holiday season. You know who probably isn't enjoying this holiday season though, because he has to spread himself across 11 children? It's probably Nick Cannon. Yo, the holidays are probably hell for him. How the fuck? The only way that I can see this man would make this work is if he like rents out one central location, or he just has everybody comes to his spot and has like a big ass like celebration during the holidays, like for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Like that's the only way I can see this being done. But 11 kids. Now, why did I bring up Nick Cannon? Because he is the topic of our conversation today. So there has been a constant ongoing conversation behind Nick Cannon and his children. So for those of you who do not know, as I've stated already, Nick Cannon has approximately 11 children. Now, I hear what you're saying. It sounds crazy. Yes, it kind of is. And a lot of you pretty much have the same sentiments. And to be honest, I kind of do too. But also, it's none of my damn business. Like, I could care less what rich people do. If you want to have 39 kids, you trying to make a football team or trying to start an army and take over the United States, hey, that's on you. That's on you. That ain't none of my business. That's you. That's your family. That's their family. I have no idea. I only got my family to worry about. I have no parts in this whatsoever. You do you though. I got nothing to do with it. But I can understand why some of you feel the way that you do, because 11 kids, there's no way that you can evenly spread yourself out between all 11 children and be attentive to all of their needs. I mean, and obviously you want to raise your kids so that they can be like, you know, upstanding citizens and just good people, like in general. I mean, it's going to be so much harder to do that, or like across 11 children. And he has even admitted that himself. He said he's spreading himself too thin, and everybody had the same reaction. Yeah, no shit, stupid. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you don't care to have all these kids. That's one thing I can't stand about parents. Like, people want to have kids just to have kids, just to have them as a goddamn accessory, because they just want more children without thinking about the consequences that are going to come with these kids. Like, I know people with way past 5 kids, and there are some of their children who resent them because they keep having goddamn kids and they can't give them any attention. Like, I completely understand it. A recent interview of Akon came out of him agreeing with Nick Cannon, and we're just gonna go over it really briefly, and I want your guys' opinion. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. I want your opinion, so please do me a favor and leave a comment down below. But before we actually get into it, please do me a favor, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps me out with the channel, and it lets me know that you are rocking with the content. And also follow me on my social media at WattsTV94. That is my Twitter and Instagram at WattsTV94. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm recording this part after the fact. As I was talking about Akon, I completely forgot that this man is African. Like, their customs and beliefs and ideals are completely different from an American's, obviously. So I just wanted to make that quick note that none of what he's saying is surprising with that in mind. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes, he takes care of every one of those children.
But this is the
And the baby mothers with it. And they hurt for nothing, and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what about the time? No.
He's there for every one of them.
How?
There is no way that you can be there for every single child. Every single child. People like Nick Cannon are doing a disservice to their children because he cannot evenly distribute himself to each child evenly. Like, you just can't. You're constantly going to be moving around. Explain to me how you're going to be attentive. Like, and you can only do so much from like a FaceTime. You can only do so much. That face-to-face interaction means everything. And I think with this with this new generation, we're starting to lose sight of that. Face-to-face interaction means a lot. Like, it's different than me talking to you over a phone. Like, you just being there means a lot.
There's no way that you can
Are you serious?
Are you
Nick is there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you could have
Yes,
12
it is.
kids.
Okay, let's listen to his reasoning. Let's see let's see what he's gonna say. How is he there for all 11 children? Let's see what he has to say.
I got 9.
So do you agree like Nick Cannon?
And I'm there for every one of mine.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who gives
Oh.
a fuck about a recital?
No.
My job, no, seriously,
Bro, I mean this with all due respect. I promise you. Are you slow? Are you slow? Fuck a recital. That's a white man's thing, bro. A child retains all of that. That affects them. All of that. I remember all of the sporting events, all of my whatever. It was mainly just sporting events, but all my sporting events, anything that I had to do, my parents were usually involved. Like, they were always there, and I loved them being there because I felt like I was being supported. Now, I used to play baseball for most of my life, right? I played baseball for a very long time. Like, I love the sport. Like, I am a baseball player at heart. I played baseball and I ran track. Now, some things went left. That's a long story. Some things went left, and I basically wasn't getting along with the coaches of my my high school baseball team. So I decided to just solely stick with track, and it worked out. I had fun, and I was very successful at it. But my dad was also a huge lover of baseball, and he constantly pushed it on to us, because he was so good at it. He wanted us to basically be like an extension of himself. Like, he wanted us to carry on the tradition and like possibly play in college because he didn't get to, because he messed up an opportunity, and like possibly go to the MLB, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he was kind of heartbroken that I was the last one that just decided to give up baseball to solely focus on track. My father has never, I think he came to just one of my track meets, just one. And I ran track throughout my entire high school career. Like, he came to just one. He never supported me. And I still think about that to this day. I mean, I'm fine with it, but I'm just like, you know damn well you could have came. You are petty. But like back then, that really affected me because I was like, damn, like, does my father not fuck with me anymore just because I'm not playing baseball, because I'm not doing what he wants me to do? Like, even though I know that's not the case, like, the feelings are there. You know what I'm saying? This still affected me in some way, shape, or form. And guys, I know this is not really like a drastic example, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, kids realize this stuff. They notice this stuff. So I need men to be more aware. Like, it goes far beyond just monetary. Like, far beyond that.
My job is to listen. My job is to raise my kids.
No, but this is.
Hold on.
Go
to be
on.
responsible.
Yeah.
To be understanding. To protect their mother. To to give hand with their father and assist with family planning, and to be responsible adults.
Okay, but what
My
about
job ain't to
quality
be doing all that extra stuff that all
But
these
what about-
holidays and recitals and all
Nobody
that.
So you don't want to spend any time with your kids, is what you're saying. So also, how are you raising them if you're not around? You can't raise your kids if you're not around. I don't care what you say, bro. You cannot raise your kids through FaceTime. You can't.
Now, guess
No.
what? While I'm taking care of my responsibility to make sure the family has a roof over their head and food, if I have the time to do
Yeah.
that and show love, yes, I will do that. But my responsibility is to make sure that they grow up responsible, strong, and become a real, input to society.
Yeah, but you're not then if you're not around them enough to give them
That's
emotional.
false. That's not true. Because communication allows me to be there every day. That's
Yes.
what a FaceTime phone is for.
No, but that's not the same as
It
if
is
you
the
had.
same.
See, and this is this is the issue with men these days, right? Because they think just putting a roof over their heads and giving them food, giving them clothes, just basically that fall under like, that just falls under like monetary issues. They think that's enough. Bro, it's not enough. Like, I'm sure they appreciate it. Like, yes, thank you, but what did you do for me? Like, I feel like you were never really a father. Like, where were you when I needed advice? Where were you when I needed this, when I needed, like, blah 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 blah. I could go on for days. Like, there is so much input that is needed, and especially when it comes to little girls, when it comes to like women too, man. Like, a male perspective is so important, and I think it is very important to see how you interact with your mother as well, so that it's important for you to interact with their mother so that they can see how basically a relationship should, how it should take place, like what a real relationship should be. That's why there are a lot of broken homes these days, because people have not experienced positive like relationships like this. Like, but how can you get your child to experience this type of relationship if you're not there? Like, if you're not there all the time, they don't have like a good male like role model. They just see you constantly through FaceTime. That's great that you do everything for them. Like, like I said, money, food, water, roof over their head, clothes, great. But that stuff is just mainly surface level. I think a lot of you are missing the point here, because a kid can't teach himself how to be a man. A mom cannot. A mom is going to have a harder time of teaching their son of how to be a man. I'm not going to say it can't be done, but it's harder for sure. Let me know what you guys think, man. I do not agree with this at all. I think both Nick Cannon has admitted that he's stretching himself thin at this point, but I think Akon is really missing. He's off the mark with this one, man. I do not agree whatsoever. I do not think that that's enough. I think kids are way more perceptive than what you think. I don't even think that they're going to think that giving them food and a roof over their head is going to be enough, because you weren't there enough. Like, especially when they go to school and they see other kids' dads like being a part of their lives, picking them up. A lot of the times, man, kids just want the small shit. They just want your presence. They just want you to be there. That's it. All the other stuff is great, and I'm sure they're appreciative of it. But at the end of the day, if you aren't there, then that's an issue. You need to be there for your children, because at this point, you cannot raise your kids through FaceTime. I don't care what you guys say. But again, let me know in the comments down below. I really want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, man. It's your boy WattsTV, and I'm out. Peace.